It's a Timeform Blueprint, and it looks like a race where we have quite a few, 4 or 5 maybe, that want to get to the front. But I found this a little difficult to decipher because you see these speed horses, and there are some dawdling fractions, including SOIREE, who got to go 24 and 4, 48 and 2, making the lead last time out at Turfway in the Grade 3 Bourbonnette. Went on to win that race by more than 10 lengths. But that is a horse who's going to be out there. Daisy Divine, Lilacs and Lace, 3 that are going to be. I think Plum Pretty, too, for Baffert is going to be forwardly placed here with Martin Garcia.
Well, according to the Timeform numbers at the half, Plum Pretty will be in the 3rd spot, still behind SOIREE and Joyful Victory, who I didn't think Joyful Victory was going to be up so close as what the Timeform numbers were suggesting.
Should we do this as a race call? Do you want to take it from here, and then I'll take the home stretch?
They're
around the turn. It's Joyful Victory with a length lead over Plum Pretty.
Catman Blue starting to get into the mix, but ZAZU, as she did in the Las Virgenes and the Santa Anita Oaks, getting a nice trip behind what's going to be a fast pace, and this is apparently where ZAZU makes the move, gets to the front, and according to the Timeform numbers, eventually wins the race. Catman Blue is going to be charging. I'm hoping in time. Timeform says not quite.
And down the stretch they come. Your winner, ZAZU, for John Sadler, who I like this filly in this race. I know she's been competing against some small fields in Southern California, but has run very, very well. Wins at Las Virgenes, follows that up with a good Santa Anita Oaks where she was barely beat, just a neck to Turbulent Descent.
But when you're a deep closer, it's not easy to race against a small field because there's not that much help up front sometimes. Like last time out, 46 and 3. Okay, a decent half, but she still had to do all the work on her own, coming up from basically last to end up getting the win. Now, this was a little bit of an earlier move for Rosario here in the Las Virgenes, where he moved up into 2nd about the midway through. You see the gray slithering through the field there and ends up hitting the front at the top of the lane.
Homeward bound now, and Turbulent Descent on the outside being pushed along. ZAZU is stretching her every yard of the way. A thrilling stretch running the Las Virgenes. ZAZU is outrunning the favourite Turbulent Descent, and it's going to be ZAZU to score. ZAZU and Joel Rosario take the Las Virgenes just over a length to Turbulent.
Very solid win there in the Las Virgenes. She would come back and finish 2nd in the Santa Anita Oaks to the horse who she had beaten, Turbulent Descent, in the prior effort. And that was her last race, Greg. She has not started since March the 5th, so we're now over 2 months out for her most recent start.
Yeah, what is it? I think 62 days. It would be the longest layoff ever for a horse to win the Oaks. Farda Amiga had been at 55 days. Yeah, there's no doubt she will be fresh on Friday. We'll see. John Sadler, though, so astute and crafty. You know he's going to have ZAZU at her best. So I think with this barn, not that big a concern.
Yeah, I mean, she's continued to work out, you know, on her regular 6 to 7 day pattern. So she's obviously fine, despite the